So start by sitting at the front edge of your chair. Then we always start at this seated position here. We've got the buttocks plugged down, connecting you to the ground. Your feet and legs are also helping with that. But mainly we're creating zhongjang or central upright. And this would be your number one home practice to do regularly. Which again, everyone would understand the idea of have a good upright posture. That requires a little bit of effort. Place the head just so. Find that alignment. But then where the Taoist viewpoint differs is that it says, very importantly, after you've put everything in good alignment, then relax, release, and soften. And there's a subtle quality of sinking, heaviness that goes down. So any grip or tension in the body is suspending something that needs to go down. And it's a subtle and precise change that we need to make in our body. And again, there's some layer of it right now that you can, just with your mind, notice that you have some tension and release it. So there's one layer of chunwon, or sinking, soft, sunken, and heavy, that is just a thought away. The mind just going, oh yeah, let go. And you allow that. But there's layers of unconscious tension in the body that's what all these movements help to wring out and loosen up. And then that allows that to also go out of the body. And then what's left is chingling, or lightness and nimbleness and buoyancy. So that's the story. Get everything in good alignment. Because again, if everything's all junked up, then it doesn't matter how much relaxation I do, it's going to just stay all junked up. So you have to apply that effort. Put the head on top. Put the shoulders back. Right? If the pelvis is spilling back like this, you got to tip the pelvis forward. Drop the shoulders so you're not holding them up to the ears, right? Do all of those little corrections, and then keeping all of that, release, relax, and soften, and feel that light, nimble quality. Now inhale through the nose, long, smooth, and full. All the way full. Hold the breath full. And then long, smooth, and empty. Exhale. Hold the breath empty. Long, smooth inhale. Feel the stretching open from the inside. Long, smooth exhale. Feel that softening and releasing. Do it again. Inhale, long and smooth. Feel that opening, expanding, stretching you open. And then that long, smooth exhale, that softening. A few more. A little too bright. Now, first movement. Slide hands, elbows, shoulder blades back, chest and chin up. Spinal back bend, spinal extension. Then do the opposite. Slide your hands forward past your knees, hollow the chest, round your back, drop your head. And then reverse again. Slide the hands, elbows, shoulder blades back, inhaling. And slide hands forward, hollow the chest, round your back, drop your head. And again, inhale. And exhale. Shape shifting. Make sure you shift all the way into the extremes of these movements. So whatever that is for you, make sure you're going to that edge, right? Some of you will have a little more access today, some a little less, but go to the edges over and over again and feel how you're basically gently, persistently loosening up this bound state. I've been thinking about it recently. It's like a jailbreak, right? Let's do the jailbreak out of the prison that this body can become if we allow it to. And again, Parkinson's brings another threat to that, but I've noticed that there's improvement when people focus on staying relaxed, bringing the mind to the movement, and being incredibly thorough, all the way to one end, and then all the way to the other. And it takes absolute attention. You got to really stay present, stay present, stay present. Don't get distracted. And then now settle to the neutral position. Now we're going to go rotations. Left hand forward, right hand and elbow back. Turning. Inhale back to the middle, and then turn the other way. And turn. Now we add to this movement this work for the quad or the groin area. So you can watch me one time. So if I'm going to turn this way, this hand as it slides forward, put it on the inner knee, and you kind of press the leg open as you twist. So you're creating this separation for your pelvic region where it meets the leg. So turning. And then back to center. And now this hand gets to that inner knee and turning. A few more. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn. Inhale, center. Turn. Last one. And now back to center. Hang the arms loose. Shift the weight to your right butt cheek, your right buttock, and then softly bend sideways, and then lift your left wrist up, and that gives you a little more freedom to tip just a bit more to the edge. Then land the buttock down, arm down, find vertical in the middle, and then shift the weight to the left buttock, bowing the spine sideways, lift that right wrist, and lean and teeter-totter a little bit more, and then back to middle. Then shift to the buttock, bowing the spine, lift, tip. And eventually all of that can be done almost like just one fluid movement, sort of like an octopus, just One more each way. So this opening series is designed much like flossing your teeth. It's designed not to entertain us, but rather to get the job done, to get to each little place that needs to be gotten to. All right, so it's not about it being fun necessarily, though I find this stuff fun, but it's about it hitting every single spot, not missing a spot. So now we've got our scapular range of motion. So that's protracting, meaning spread apart, then lifting, then back, then down, then neutral, then forward, then up, back, down, neutral, right? And every morning that we floss our teeth, we're not thinking, I'm going to do it different today, right? We do the same probably, if you're like me, you do the same routine and you make sure to hit all the spots, right? And you know, I've been using a water pick, so that's the new one that I added to the mix that gets the job done. But anyway, it's a repeating of the same thing that just gets the job done. Get to every place. Reverse. Let's go back, up, forward, down, under and back, up, over, top, down, under, over, under, over. Two more. And you just want to get better at each of these so that you're able to do them smoother, more thorough, so they get more of the effect. Now, this is one we are adding where you go right shoulder forward and up. Now, as that right shoulder goes back and down, the left shoulder goes forward, up. And then as that goes back and down, the right shoulder forward, up. So they're both going in the same direction, right? We just did forward, up, back, down. So they're both doing that. It's just this one's starting first, this one's coming second. And then we reverse, forward and down, back and up, forward and down. And finish. Bring your legs closer together, tip forward from the hips, float the hands forward but not up, and then big circle, and then tip back, circling in, and then tip forward and swing forward or float forward and then back and around. Close in front, open in front without closing the back. The front of the body closes and opens. The back never closes. Another Taoist understanding. Forward now and up, open, turn the palms forward, down. Under, forward and up, open, down. So make sure to get, again, thorough, loose and relaxed. Stay loose and relaxed. And make sure you get all the way. You see, when I'm going here, I'm actually getting a little behind the body. I'm not cranking it, but right here, down. And then I'm letting them go all the way in front. And then open. And then we go forward, up, keep them together as you go up, 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 up. Big open. Neutral. Under, forward and up. Oh. One more. reverse. Go back, out but not up, around and in. So differentiate between going out and not up, and around to the front. Now we go out and up, slide those palms over top, and then dive them down, swing back. Out and up, down. And then out and up and keep going up, over the top, down. Again. Last one. And release. Bend your elbows. Flare elbows out, all the way up. Down, around and in, touching elbows. Down, out, and up. Can this become eventually just a very smooth movement that's got no impediment, that just flows and flows? Then the second movement in this little set. Back, down, forward, up, forward, down, back, down, forward, up, forward, down, back, down, forward, up, and elbows out. Left high, right low, cross. Wrap around your body. Get your hand around your body. And then elbows out. And then switch. Wrap. Open. Switch. Open. Switch. Open. Down. And in front. Now, turn your palms down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, open, neutral, and elbows around, around, around to the front. Notice this hollow shape. Elbows in, hands out. Notice this buoyant unfolding and opening. And then when the elbows go around, 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 there's a hollowing and a closing. Opening, unfolding, externally rotating. Closing, folding, internally rotating. One more. Again, we're just flossing our teeth. Problem is, the body's more complex than our teeth. Now we hold open, step wider apart, up, over the rainbow, down, up, over, up and over, and back. Few more. And then from here we do both up and over cross turn the palms down, let the arms fall between your legs and separate. So now you're folded and closed and internally rotated, then cross, lift, opening, unfolding, and then close, folding. Open, unfold, externally rotate. This would be inhale, close, fold, internally rotate, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. Freedom of movement to these two extreme edges of a range of motion of a mechanism. Right? And that can be as simple as movement of one finger, or it can be complex. Like this is a complex movement of multiple joints all together, but it is considered one shenfa, one body mechanism method. Now stay here, bring your legs back to hip distance, hands back here. Now start with the basic wrist fold over. Notice how my fingers are staying straight. I'm not doing anything with my hands. I'm just making sure that this joint gets its full movement. So if you can get that, then you can add to that this movement, sort of that monkey paw gathering of the palm. So as you bend the wrist, you gather the fingers. That opens everything up through here. So you want to get that dynamic tension and then release and resolve it, and then do it again. Go as much there as you can. So there's like a money spot in every exercise. There's a point at which if we don't pay attention, we'll sort of skip it because it's tight. But it's because it's tight that we need to go there. It's like avoiding the plaque in your teeth. That's not the right thing to do. So we're looking for right where we can challenge it. And then reverse. Come under. You can add the fingers if you want, but make sure at least you can do wrist movement, and then add this gathering and releasing of the hand bones and fingers. Gather, release, and open. Now spread, gather, spread, gather, spread, gather. Now spread, tiger claw into a fist. Open, claw to a fist. Open, claw to a fist. Open. Bird beak. Thumb touch pinky, other 3 fingers touch, bend. Reverse, together and bend. Reverse, bend. Reverse, bend. And then finally monkey paw. All 3 fingers gather to the palm. Notice I didn't tuck the fingers in this way. They're long, and then this little chopstick down. So that's all of them down. So you want to get this eventually to fan. So it goes pinky ring, middle, and down. And reverse. And shake loose. Scoot a little bit back on your chair. Rest your hands. Load. Push. Load. Down. Other leg. Load. Push. Load. Down. Switch. Load. Push. Load. Down. Switch. One more each. Foot and ankle, thorough, point, flex, point, flex. Tilt the foot in, out, in, out, in, out. Circle, in, around, and out. Reverse, out, around, and in. Switch feet, point and flex. Tilt the foot a little in, out, in, out, in. And circle, in, around, and out. And out, around, and in. And down. Scoot forward. Swivel steps. Bring your feet and knees together. Start with your right leg. Toe and knee out. Feel that opening of the quad. Then heel out, knee in, closing at the quad or hip space. Then the toe and knee out. Heel out, knee in. And final one should be about your maximum. Toe and knee out. Walk it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, together. Open. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold and in. 2, 3, 4. Together. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold and in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Together and out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold and in. 2, 3, 4. Both. 1, 2, 3. And in. 1, 2, 3. And one more. Feet hip distance, hands on knees. Turn your hands so your fingers point a little bit back, your elbows flare out and around. Forward fold, down. Sit back up. Turn your arms back to neutral. Lean back. Sit back up, and as you fold, spiral those arms. Try to time that together. Sitting upright, spiraling the arms to neutral as you lean back. As you sit up and fold, spiral. And reverse. Now do the same thing, wide stance. Arms neutral, lean back. Sit upright, turn, bow forward. Sit upright, lean back. And again. And back. Now the dragon stirring the sea from the lean back position. Tip right as you bow right. Turn on those hands. Elbows flared. Drop down and sweep through. And then over on the left side and come around the back side. And then bow. Dip down, go through. Come back and around. We're going to do it again. One more. And reverse. Dragon stirring the sea. And back to neutral. Bring your feet hip distance. Hang your arms. Wing. Turn your palms up. Reach up. Look up and then reach right hand higher. And then soften that left arm higher. And soften that right arm higher. 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 Alternating. Keep alternating. Couple more. And then back to middle in both arms. High as you can. And then float them out. Soft. And down. Now this back bend we've added another element to. So before we go up for the back bend, palms face each other right alongside you. Take the arms back behind, right, at shoulder distance, back behind, and let this kind of round your body. So you kind of stoop over a little bit. Then bring the hands down underneath, forward and all the way up, and that place you were just rounded, you want to really arch the back. Looking up and over. And then forward with the arms, down and behind, and let it cause a little bit of this stooping over. And then down, forward, and up, reaching. Create as much of a back bend as you can. And then again, forward, down, and back. Down, forward, and up. Way up. Into that back bend. Now hold this back bend for a little bit. Couple of breaths. And then forward, down, release. Hands on your thighs. Chin down, level and up. Level and down. And up. Full range. Remember, it's all about not how many you're doing, but are you as soft as you can be and at the same time as thorough and precise. So balancing that, remaining soft yet being totally committed all the way mentally to get to the end of the range, and then the end of the range. And then back to middle, turn the head to the right. Back to the middle, turn to the left. Back to the middle, continue, turn to the right. Middle, turn. Right. Left, couple more, no rush, your own pace. And then back to the middle, chin forward, back to middle, and then back, way back. And then forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, middle, side. Now with the side one, just let it hang there for a little bit. Middle, other side. middle, other side. Now flowing back and forth, middle, other side. Continue. And middle. Now, from the middle, small side, chin up, sends your head back. Keep your head back as you go to the other side. Drop the chin, which brings your head forward. Keep your head forward as you go from left to right, side, and then back, and then side, and then forward. Continue with these full circles at whatever the perfect size is for you. It could be very small and get progressively larger. And really, that's what we want to do. We want to start smaller and then go bigger, eventually to the point where if you allow it, by moving the head, you can actually feel your whole spinal column unwinding and even your body weight changing on your buttocks to the front of the sits bones on one side, the front, and then the back on the other side. And then last time around, when your head is hanging in front, leave it there. And then bring it straight up. And then we go the other way. Small tip of the head to your left, and then back, and then right, and then forward, and left and back, right and forward. Continue. Getting a little larger round by round. Eventually feeling how even though the head is still leading, the rest of the body is also gently changing a little bit, sort of unraveling. In a way, in the poetic imagery, we're feeding chi into the spiral infrastructure of the entire body, which is really what's needed to fix injuries, to have this potency and power that you see with Tai Chi master body types. And what's special about it is it lasts farther into our lifespan when you train it. Last time around, hanging the head in front, loose, and then bring the head straight up. Pause here for just a moment. Let's go sink chi to the belly, up over top, middle, hands just in front. Just brings the attention there, tells the chi to go there. Let everything settle to the middle operating cockpit here in the belly. And then relax your hands down. Now slide your feet back a little bit. Stay long and tall through the crown. Fold forward at the hips, arms in front of the ankles, and rise out of your chair. Get all the way tall. And then hip hinge, butt goes back, arms and shoulders hang forward. Sink the buttocks, everything folds. And then back to your seat. Goal here would be to execute this movement with the least amount of overt effort. So I'm pretty much 100% relaxed, and then I just use my mind to say, oh yeah, from this pivot point, just hip hinge, sink, and down. So it took very little effort, it just had to be precise. And that's what, as we age, and especially in the state of Parkinson's, if you can tune in to just the precise pivots, you can execute far more functional movements. Now, don't sit down, but fold sink. So now use this functional movement to get near the floor. Maybe you got to pick something up off the floor or put something down on the floor and then rise back up. So it's functionally practical in that sense of picking up or putting down, but it's also therapeutic for all the joints and tissue to fold and unfold. One more. Now, you keep your chair where it is. I'm just moving mine. Now, your feet, you have more foot in front of your ankle, so now tip forward into your toes a little bit, and then back to the middle of your feet, and then just a little bit towards your heels without getting yourself in trouble, but just go a little bit back to the heels, and then middle and forward. So use this challenge, these 3 spots of forward on the toe end of the foot, in the middle, and then back in the heels. Use this to help you find where your middle is in the belly. Because the middle is the constant, whether I'm in the back or the front. Now we add to this loose quality through your octopus tentacles of the arms. So when you rock forward, float your hands forward but not up. When you rock back, swing them a little bit behind you. Forward, swing forward. Back, swing back. Rock to your toes, forward. Back. Forward. Now, rock back. So now you're in your heels. Externally rotate your arms. Turn open. And then float them out and up to chest, shoulder height. Then tip into your toes and sort of like a flood of water all the way to the fingertips, palms face up. Then rock back to your heels, elbows soften, hands come as if bringing something in the mouth, and then settle to the middle of your feet as your hands trace your middle channel to the belly. Then that Tai Chi squat, the hips go back, but really important here with the hands, this move, right? So when you do that, notice how this all hollowed, this opened here. Now, as you sink, release your arms completely till they dangle. So they're in an internally rotated position, but by the time you totally loosen them, they should naturally be in neutral when you stand back up, and they're right alongside you. Now again, rock back to your heels a little, externally rotate, lift. So we're coming up that back side. Tip to your toes, sweep around, and you finish externally rotating, right? So we're here. Then rock to your heels, you bring the hands in, and then now we start changing the rotation of the shoulders and arms. So we're here, and then we just accentuate that as you then sink, and also you're opening your back up. You're letting all those channels on your back open so the nerves can flow freely and clearly. Chi channels are on the back as well. And then you stand up and everything's loose. Rock back, open and lift. Rock forward, sweep around, finishing that external rotation, palms facing up. Rock back, elbows soft, hands bringing in. And then settle to the middle of your feet, hands settle to the middle. And then there's this following the front, which opens the back, and then sink the butt and release your arms completely. And then when you come back up, everything should be in neutral with another layer of plaque cleared out. Let's do this 3 more times. So again, when you come up, Lana, don't come up like this. Don't come up like this. Have everything hanging, right? Because if I've done it right, I've released this whole area, And so when you come up, they should just be hanging loose, and then they're ready to go again for another round of rock back, swim them out, up and over, rock forward into your toes, rock back, bringing back in, and then settle to the middle. They come down, and then there's this hollow. Release the arms completely so that when you come up, they're dangling loose. Eventually, this just flows kind of like a river or the ocean, where it almost never comes to a stop. It's just water making its way through the pathway. Smoothing us out, softening and smoothing. Back to standing. Closing gesture, wing, roll, fold. Settle to the belly. Hands cross and down, Tai Chi. Rising. Notice this round quality that I'm exaggerating, and then this settle that happens in the shoulders, the arms, the forearms, the hands, all the way to the fingers. Remember, I was mentioning, I think, Karen, last time that you want to go beyond this. Go to that in both of your hands, right? We don't want to be cranking it so we're pinching things, but we don't want to just keep our hands in this shape all the time. So when you come down, that's your opportunity to practice this flexion of all the joints and tissue. And then same thing here, this rounding. So we accentuate this shape so that we can get all of this change. Good. That's exactly right, Karen. Don't let things get too close together this way, however, because that's the other thing that happens when we do this is we start jamming our own situation. Look how much space that I have. It's almost like a hoop of space that you want to have. Because this tendency to tense up, it actually jams, shortens, closes, constricts. And Tai Chi is opening up the aqueducts so that we experience ourselves more as liquid, fluid beings. Now, cradle, open. Same thing here in the mechanism of sink and get the fingers even. And because they're in that shape, then you get all that therapeutic change there. And then because they're in this shape, then you get shoulders, upper arms, forearms, fingers, all the way to the tips of the fingers, under. Change. Now, turn right palm up. It comes up and over as left hand sweeps under. Right hand high, left hand low. Now, like two magnets attract, repel, go around. Now, left hand over, right hand under, attract, repel, around, over and under, attract. And both hands down, scoop, pull elbows back, Feel that openness here. Turn your hands over and push all the way. So now the back area opens and this kind of closes and hollows. And then come around and draw and get this to open. The chest area opens. Then turn the hands over and push. Full extension. Wrap around and draw all the way back. Turn and push. Turn and draw. Now left hand only, turn over and push. Now turn left hand to face the body, right hand face forward, push and draw. Then switch the hand position, push and draw. Turn those hands over, push and draw. Turn the hands over, push and draw. One more. And then both hands back and down. Now change your weight to your right leg and to your left leg. Add this little turning of your middle mechanism, and then let this become the bear washing its paws in the stream. Turn the hands over, brush and sweep. Shift to the right leg, turn right, brush, sweep. Shift to the left leg, turn to the left, brush, sweep. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Now the bear swirls the stream. Shift, turn, brush, knee. But now this outside hand goes away from the body, but not up, just away. Comes around, in. And then shift and turn, brush, knee, swirl the stream. Brush, knee, swirl the stream. Brush and swirl the stream. Now, right arm lift, so now it's brush, knee, swat the fish. Then right hand down, left hand up, shift and turn, brush, knee, swat the fish. Down, turn, brush, knee, swat the fish. Shift, turn, brush, swat. Now the high jumping fish, brush, knee down low, swat fish up high. Change. Shift and turn, brush and swat. Change. Sorry, there's someone calling to my attention. I'll be right back, y'all. Hold on. Apologies, had to help my brother with something there. Okay, so again, we've got this shift and turn, brush and sweep, right? That then becomes a little progression, which is the swirl the stream, and the progression to swat the fish so that you're able to differentiate between these different heights and levels, and then higher jumping fish, up high, down low, up high. And then here, staying in your right leg, we go wing, roll, fold. Now it's shift and turn, brush, knee, and push. And then wing, roll, fold as this hand dips down, and it's shift and turn, brush, push, through. Left hand down, right hand roll, fold, and shift, turn, brush, push. Let it roll through, brush and push. Shift, turn, brush, push. And then pausing with the hand up high, turn it into the cloud, the back of the hand facing forward, the low hand dipped in. Shift, turn, cloud, lake. Cloud rains down, lake vapors up, and we've got shift and turn, cloud, lake. And switch. And we shift and turn, cloud, lake. Switch. Cloud, hand. And then both hands down. And we're going to do one more sort of newer one to some of you, the white crane. So it's a single leg standing posture. So turn, shift your weight to your right leg, turn your left foot out a little bit, shift there. So now your heels are touching, toes are pointing out. And then notice that you can sink a little bit. And then change the weight now down through your right leg, empty your left foot, and touch it straight out in front of you. Straight out in front. And then bring this back, heels touching this foot empty, change the weight, and then bring right toes out in front. Bring the foot back, no body weight, change. So this is similar to how we do our golden rooster beginning level, but this is the foot position for the white crane. Now, pause in the middle. Let's take the weight to the right leg. Bring your right hand up and then turn the palm. I always think of it like you're blocking the sun from your eyes. So each time you're blocking sun from eyes. And then this empty foot is out in front. And then this hand is down and turned out slightly. Right? So it's out slightly. So there's this opposite spiraling there in the hands, right? Now, bring your left foot back, heels touching, toes turned out. Turn both your hands so the palms face each other, and then the hands are going to pass by each other. So as you're changing the weight, left hand going up, right hand going down, 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 so you go 95% of the way, and then at the very end, you turn the left hand to block the sun, turn the right hand out, and move that toe to touch. Then turn the palms to face each other. As you're stepping back, the hands begin changing. Change the weight completely as the hands get 95% of the way and the foot floats, and then do the little hand flourish to finish. So your right palm should be palm facing up and away. Left palm should be facing out and away. Then bring left foot back, turn palms to face. Change. Hands changing, changing, changing. And right at the end, as the foot floats out, Do the little hand turn so that left palm is up, but just keep thinking they're both facing palms away from your body. And then turn the palms to face each other, change the weight, get all the way 95% of the way, and then as the foot goes out, the palms turn. Bring that foot back, turn the palms to face, and change. Finish with the fingers. Bring the foot back, change. Now there's one final challenge, which is as you go for the hand flourish and the foot out, you turn a little bit so that your belly button and toes and everything are angled to this corner rather than straight ahead like we were doing. There's just a little bit of a turn there. Then you turn back to middle as you bring the foot back, palms face each other. Now it's hands changing, weight out of the right leg. As the foot floats out, you turn the body and the palms face away. And then bring that foot back, palms face each other, change. As you turn the palms away, turn the body a little, float the foot out. Back to middle, change, and white crane. Turn palms to face each other, change. So it's a little obstacle course for your brain and body network. The end position is important, but so too is being present, all the way present, still present, paying attention to every little network connection. Did you get to the finished product? Did you turn your right palm out, left palm up, turn the body? So the end position is important because it says, did I forget any body part? Did something get left behind? And then back through to this other side. This is important because it's saying, is one racing ahead and the other staying behind, or can you operate from your middle? Turning, white crane, back to middle, changing, turning slightly as foot floats out, and arrive. One more each way. So a Tai Chi form, which is made up of many moves all linked together, you can see how difficult that would be. Just to try to get from one move to the other has this demand on the brain, but over time, as you get comfortable here, then a form could be something that you might actually learn, whether it's a 5 move, 8 move, 12, up to 37 or beyond. Now we're in the middle. Rock back, open and lift. Rock forward, sweep around and close. So this movement is the opening and closing of a Qigong or Tai Chi practice. Settle to the middle. Hollow and down. It's the idea of resetting the endless flow of the rivers. Resetting, unhindered, unimpeded, flushing, pumping. Organized around the middle. Last one. Shogun wing roll fold, settle to the belly, and stack. Thank you, everybody. Great job. Any questions, feel free. Unmute.
Great class, Otto. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Good seeing
I'm
you.
going to use this one when I can't be here. This is my ideal class today.
Great, great.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
good joint mobilization.
Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got the creaks out.
yeah. Each little, right? All the
Yeah.
all the plaque.
Thank
Maybe
you.
even do it again later today.
Oh, God. All right. Hope springs eternal. Bye. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Yeah, likewise.